Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. We sincerely hope that you are having a wonderful day. If you enjoyed today's presentation and find it informative, please feel free to subscribe to this channel, like the video, and share the content. Today's video subject: why do cats open their mouth when they sniff something? Hey you! Wake up and smell the coffee. Get it together. Recognize the world around you. Well, okay, I got it. But can I just open my mouth and smell that coffee? No, but your cat probably can, especially if it's a new flavor that's brewing. If you've owned a cat for a while, you've probably witnessed something that's looked rather strange, possibly frightening, as the visual can catch some folks off guard if it's really pronounced, even to the point of thinking that something is severely wrong. The open mouth, the funky face, the grimace, perhaps a look of shock and confusion. I've heard it described many ways. The opened mouth posture. What's it all about? Well, it's called the Flehmen response, and it's fairly common in cats. It's also common in goats and horses. Cats are just wired with senses, and the purpose of the Flehmen response is to analyze the environment, more specifically, hone in on specific scents, things that are a bit unfamiliar and could require a bit of investigating. Those curious scents. As an example, if you were to pet a cat that is not a cat of your own or a cat that you own, your cat will naturally grow curious as to what's going on and where have you been. And once your pet gets a whiff of this other cat, the curiosity will grow. Hey, this smell. What is it? Could it be another cat? Flehmen response, at least to some degree, will likely kick in. The anal secretions of felines are quite potent and rich. Cats will often exhibit the Flehmen response to get a better understanding of the scent in an attempt to investigate. Hey, friend, foe, do I know this other cat that you've recently petted? Could they pose a threat? I always like to share personal stories if the topic allows, and I'll just say that one of my cats displays the Flehmen response whenever I place my hand in front of his nose, especially if I've been away for a couple of hours. He has to smell my hand, mouth open of course, just to investigate, find out where I've been and what I've been up to. He has to make sure I wasn't outside having a party with some dogs or a sloth or something. So in short, the Flehmen response is that next level of smelling, when that old nose just isn't quite enough. When it comes to the signs, well, it's all about the face. Mouth open with somewhat of a curled lip, the feline version of Elvis. Another sign to look for is tongue placement and tongue movement. Directly behind your cat's top front teeth sits the Jacobson's organ. The mouth, open of course, will collect the scent, and then your cat will then use its tongue to press or lick the roof of the mouth. Once the Jacobson's organ has contacted the scent, your pet can investigate. The wider the mouth posture usually means that a cat is simply making an extra effort to allow more information in, quite literally in this case, so the Jacobson's organ can process the scent. As mentioned earlier, cats are wired for scent, so they need every tool in the shed available to them, and that is the purpose of the Flehmen response and the Jacobson's organ. And just an FYI, cats use this organ quite a bit when they are roaming around and looking for a proper mate. And before we wrap things up today, I'd like to make it clear that the Flehmen response is rather short-lived because after all we're talking about scent. So it shouldn't take too long, just a matter of seconds. Perhaps, just perhaps a full minute at the absolute most, and even that's quite rare. If your cat is displaying what appears to be a perpetual open mouth posture, we encourage you to take your cat to the vet. While an open mouth can indicate overheating on a very, very hot day, if the environment is quite satisfactory and there are no obvious external reasons for an open mouth, please contact a professional. And while it's very common to see dogs with an open mouth, cats are quite different. Just something to monitor, something to keep your eyes on. The Flehmen response is quite different from a long-form open mouth display. So with that said, I'll now turn things over to you. The flamin' response. Have you ever seen it firsthand? It can be an interesting visual, as it's really not something you think of when you think of a feline. Mouth open, just kind of gazing around. So what's your take on this subject? And if you have any stories to share on the matter, the comments section is all yours. And once again, feel free to like and share this video and subscribe to the channel if this type of content is of interest to you. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you later.